We are Mike and Taylor, and these are our dogs, Penny and Lucy. We sold our home and nearly everything we owned, moved aboard a 40-foot boat, and sailed from Seattle. This is the story of us making our way. Welcome back, friends. For the last couple weeks, we have been in the southern Mexican state of Oaxaca and have had some truly incredible moments here, from cruising the bays of Huatulco with friends and all the delights that a life on the ocean can bring.
1, 2, 3.
Look at you go! Go, turtle, go!
To some spectacular land adventures, to sprawling riverbeds dotted with hot springs, and climbing to the misty mountaintops of the Sierra Madres to enjoy the culture, unparalleled views, and complete serenity. We were so looking forward to getting to spend time in Oaxaca, and it has been everything we've hoped for and more. We are now in the marina and preparing for a passage across a serious stretch of water to our final port in the country of Mexico. Oh man, do you need to launch Shaman?
Sila, sailing vessel Via on 16.
This marina is so shallow.
Hey, this is Mike on Via. Welcome to Choway. I think you guys might have just found the ground there.
We certainly did.
Bummer, I'm sorry guys. I don't know if you want to just wait. Looks like low tide is in I think a little less than an hour, and then you should float off. I can launch my dinghy though, if you'd rather try to get off now.
Do you think that if this is just like a little high spot, it'd be great to get to dock? If we're just gonna get unstuck and then restuck shortly after, then we can just wait.
Yeah, it's super shallow in here. At the dock here, we're in 6.5 feet.
Up cylinder.
Lucy says stop
Oh, sorry.
disturbing her, please. Yeah, this marina is extremely shallow. We had that big group of boats over in the anchorage, and only a couple of us could come in here because we have short enough drafts. We draw about 5.5, so we were able to squeak in, but some boats that have 7 or even 6 were told that they couldn't come in here. And even for us, it's important that we move in and out of this marina only in high tide. And this boat, I guess they just told them that they could come in even though they draw 7.5, which is crazy. And it is low tide at this very moment, so they just hit the ground right away. So Mike's gonna go see if he can help him out. That sucks.
I think he was maybe going to go check with his boss, and I told him that you guys are going to need a good hour or so to float off.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for your help. Oh, do you not work at the marina? Are you just here helping?
Yeah, no, I'll just have a boat here. We leave tomorrow, but just saw you guys come in and saw you come to a sudden stop.
Thank you so much for the help. Yeah, we were on the phone with.
So one of the projects that we've been working on very kind of slowly over the last couple months, I say we, but it's really mostly been Mike, is painting our side decks with kiwi grip. So this is redoing our non-skid. For those of you guys who watched our boat tour video where we take you through a full tour of our boat and our house and everything, you'll remember that on the very short list of things that we don't love about this particular boat is the non-skid, because it's non-existent. It's actually dangerous. It's quite slippery on deck when it's wet. And we're obviously headed to Central America here for wet season. So we're gonna have a lot of squalls and rains and reasons to improve our non-skid. Anyway, we started this in Barra. I started painting with the kiwi grip color gray and really realized how it was no bueno. It just clashed so hard with our boat. It looked really bad. So we changed to kiwi grip cream color, which still isn't perfect, but it matches the tones on Via way, way better. But for a minute we've had like tri-color decks because we started with gray and then we had some cream and then we had the original color. So it's been kind of a mess. But today Mike finished the side decks in the cream. I reckon that looks pretty good.
Oh, am I dripping with sweat enough?
Yeah, but you're really backlit so you can't tell.
So we're leaving to cross the Gulf of Tehuantepec this morning, which is kind of like a little bit of a notorious stretch of water. It's just like a big bight in part of Mexico where the land gets kind of narrow. And the reason why it's kind of infamous is the trade winds coming from the east in the Gulf sort of like funnel through a low part in the land. And so every time you have like trade winds hitting the east side of Mexico, they funnel through and you'll get like gales and stronger. Sometimes they'll even blow like hurricane force. And it's kind of well known that they'll often blow like twice the speed of the forecast. So you gotta be really careful when you're crossing this stretch of water. We've got a really good weather window. Should have a nice like 15 to 17 knots, probably dying, and then a motor for the next like 2 days. And it's about 220 miles to Chiapas, so it's kind of perfect. There's kind of two ways to do it. One is to just go like straight from Huatulco across the Gulf. That's like the shortest, that's 220 miles. Or you can also hug the coast, which I think adds, I don't know, 50 miles or something like that. And that way, if the Tehuantepec winds do pick up, you'll still deal with the wind, but you won't have all the fetch. So you won't have big steep waves, you'll just be dealing with the wind. But I think our forecast is good enough. We're just gonna go straight across and hopefully have some nice sailing breeze with no crazy, scary 40 knot, super steep wave nastiness. But
Okay.
yeah, fingers crossed. It looks good. I'm so sweaty for 8 a.m.
It is
God.
real hot.
So we'll leave this marina and go into an even hotter marina, I think.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not much by way of anchorages for the next little stretch.
Yeah, it's a lot of marina time, probably a lot of motoring time, but.
And we've got a super tight slip to get out of here. So our first order of business is actually to just go to an anchorage to try to clean the bottom a little bit and put Chaman on deck before this one. So moving from the marina to an anchorage for 5 minutes. Oh, and we're gonna swim. We're gonna go to an anchorage and then we're gonna be on our way. How deep is this channel? 10 feet. So it's such a narrow channel too, like you're like on the rocks. Look at it. Back out to sea. Watch the kayaker though. I tell you what, the temperature difference out here on anchor and in the marina is significant. It's like, it's hot here, but it's like warm, it's nice, and you can jump in the water if you want. It is a totally different world than the marina. Anyway, we are here at this little anchorage. Get Chandler on deck and then we're gonna roll out.
So much barnacle growth.
Really? Is it bad?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, it could be worse, but yeah, there's a shit ton.
Oh no.
I think I need to replace this zinc on the refrigerator thing.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay. There, but yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do that next.
Get all these shrimps off me.
Get all these shrimps off me. All right, our anchorage pit stop was a success, and it's time to roll out. You ready to cross the Tehuantepec?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I think it's weird that this is our gonna be our last stop in Mexico. I feel weird about that.
Mike, are you sure that's dolphins?
high that
That
was?
was easily 20 feet out of the water. That was
That was insane. Oh, holy shit. Let's go to Chiapas. We are off to a really good start. We got like 9-10 knots of wind on a close reach, and it's smooth sailing.
Out here, but and the waves aren't really big, but it's very like rowdy, like just mishmashed, and it's making me feel pretty squishy, not gonna lie. Don't feel great. Don't think Lucy feels great, but so far so good. Aside from some light seasickness, we were off to a great start. But as soon as night settled in, our autopilot began to throw an alarm and stopped holding course.
Oh man, it's 10:30 p.m. and our autopilot's been having issues. Started like the end of my last watch, like an hour and a half ago. We got an alarm and like it just wasn't able to steer, and then it didn't. We reset it, and then it didn't do it for a good hour, and then now it's kind of just doing it constantly. So I'm not sure what the issue is. It's just like an ongoing thing with this autopilot. But Taylor's up at the helm. We've got it on now, and we started the engine. I kind of think might end up being a voltage issue, so maybe just running the engine will fix that. But I'm gonna crawl back in the quarter berth. I gotta empty the quarter berth and then get back in there and have a look, and maybe I'll try to measure the voltage at the autopilot and see what's going on.
Mike spent much of the night sideways and upside down in various cramped spaces, attempting to diagnose the issue, while I hand steered at the helm, staring at glowing instruments and confused seas with nothing to orient myself to in the black and moonless night.
Everything kind of looks normal. The electrical connections are around the corner in here, so I'm going to use my multimeter and try to measure the voltage. See if that's the problem.
It made for a challenging and exhausting night for both of us, but eventually it stopped throwing the error and actually began to hold course again, for which we were completely relieved, but also confused. Oh, just hit a long line. I was asleep. Mike saw it. And the two boats we're traveling with, I guess, just hit some too.
Update on the autopilot issues we were having last night. We've been, I think, almost 10 hours or something without any errors, any issues with it. I don't really know what the problem was. I suspect maybe the solenoid is going, and I think I can get another one of those, but I don't know. It's like a 20-year-old autopilot, so it's just always something with it. But the wind has died. We've got like 4 knots and it's hot. And I've had a lure in the water for 2 days with 2 bites, but nothing hooked. Not much else to report. We've got 95 miles to go, but pretty chill out here. Pretty chill.
Beverage. Frozen bananas, mango juice, pineapple juice, and ice. That's very good.
You know what? That's actually pretty good.
I didn't even put rum in it.
All the way down.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's actually really cool.
It is really good.
So cold. Wow.
What I think is the craziest thing of all is that we are all the way out here. I mean, we're not in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, but like we're, I don't know, 60 miles offshore. Like we're out here. This is the temperature
more night, and then we'll get into Chiapas in the morning.
Join us next time for night 2 of our Tehuantepec crossing, where we face more autopilot challenges and we arrive to our final stop in Mexico. Come upstairs and Mike is up here creating this. He's gone full on Charlie Day.
Chain smoking cigarettes.
Just, yeah. Where a tough decision makes for an unexpectedly lengthy visit. We have made the difficult decision to replace our whole GD autopilot. But we make the most of it and get up to some amazing adventures in Chiapas. There's like a ring of sweat under your belt.
Yep.
It's like down from your belt loops. There's like you gotta.
Like each one?
Yeah, but on the back only.
Yeah. It's freaking hot, man.
Yeah, it is.